Hello, and welcome to Lincoln County High School's Veterans Day ceremony. May everybody please rise as the Lincoln County Panther Battalion presents the colors and Lincoln County's choir sings the national anthem. Would you please remain standing and follow along as we sing say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Present, arms. Order, arms. Post. Mark time. March. Forward. March.
You may be seated. Thank you everyone for coming out today. We here at Lincoln County High School are delighted to be participating in the History Channel's Take a Veteran to School Day program for the 5th year. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome Brian Vance of Armstrong Cable. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Good afternoon, and I want to say a special thanks to Colonel Plumley and the staff and students here at Lincoln County for allowing us to be here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian Vance. I'm the general manager at Armstrong here in Lincoln County. And we're very proud to be partnering with the History Channel to bring you this Take a Veteran to School Day initiative. For those who don't know, this program honors brave veterans from all conflicts of war and brings them into schools to share with students their wartime experiences and record these stories as a part of American history that they are. This local Take a Veteran to School Day program is part of a national effort created by the History Channel to help teach young adults about the sacrifice and valor of our nation's veterans. This program links veterans of all ages with young people in schools and communities all across this nation. Currently, there's over 10,000 schools that participate in this program, with representation in all 50 states and U.S. territories. And again, I'd like to thank everyone for allowing us to be a part of such a great event. It is truly an honor for us. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this back over to Cadet Vernick here, and we'll get this program started. And thank you again.
It is my honor to introduce our guest speaker for today. Captain Brian Bolin is originally from Waswell, New Mexico. Captain Bolin enlisted into the simultaneous membership program in August 2002. He was commissioned in May 2004 from New Mexico Military Institute's ROTC program. After commissioning, he was assigned as the platoon leader for the Maintenance Ordnance Officer He was assigned as platoon leader for the Maintenance Support Platoon B Company 141 BSB in Portland, Oregon. In 2005, Captain Bolin attended Ordnance Officer's Basic Course. Once complete, he was assigned as the Maintenance Control Officer during the company's deployment to Camp Phoenix, Afghanistan, in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Upon returning from Afghanistan, he was assigned as the Executive Officer of B Company 141 BSB. Captain Bolin was then selected to be the Battalion Logistics Officer in AI Assad, Iraq, during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Captain Bolin was then assigned as the Assistant Brigade Operations Officer for the 10th Combat Aviation Brigade. Next, Captain Bolin was assigned as the company commander for the distribution company of the 277th Aviation Support Battalion. After command, he was assigned as a plans officer for the 10th Sustainment Brigade. Currently, Captain Bolin is the company commander for the Charleston Recruiting Company. His military education includes Ordnance Officer Basic Course, Combined Logistic Captain's Career Course, Support Operations Officer Course, and Recruiting Commander's Course. He holds an associate's degree from New Mexico Military Institute, a bachelor's of science from Portland State University, and a master's degree in business administration from University of Charleston. His awards and decorations include the Meritorious Service Medal, Army Commendation Medal with Oak Leaf Cluster, Army Achievement Medal, Army Reserve Component Achievement Medal, National Defense Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Afghanistan Campaign Medal, Iraqi Campaign Medal, Military Volunteer Service Medal, and Armed Forces Reserve Medal with M device. He is currently married to the former Miss Zadora Hightower of Stuttgart, Germany. May we all please give a round of applause for Captain Brian Bolin.
Thanks for the introduction. Thanks, Lieutenant Colonel Plumley, for inviting me here today. It's one of those things when people ask you to come speak, you're like, well, now what I'm going to talk about. So I'll just start with a joke, break the ice a little bit. This joke is about a pirate captain back in the days where pirates ruled the seven seas. And this captain was fearless and well respected among all of his men. So the captain saw this Spanish vessel. They go to take the vessel, and before that he goes to his first mate and says, "First mate, go give me my red shirt." So he goes out and gets him the red shirt. Captain puts it on. They go and take the vessel, and everything is happy on the pirate ship. So the Spanish, in retaliation, they go and bring two Spanish vessels to hunt down the captain. So the captain sees the two Spanish vessels. He says, "First mate, go get me my red shirt." So first mate gets him his red shirt, puts it on, and they go and take both the Spanish vessels down. After that, the Spanish is furious, so they send five vessels after him. And again, he says, "First mate, go give me my red shirt." So, miraculously, through hours and hours of battle, they finally take the Spanish vessels, all five of them. So, now that the King of Spain knows who this captain is and he's feared among the Spanish, they send the entire armada out. And before this, he sees the armada, and the first mate says, "Sir, I know through every battle you've asked for your red shirts. Can I ask you before we get into things that what does this mean?" So the captain looks at him and says, "Well, when we're in battle, I'm going to sustain injuries and I'm going to bleed, but I don't want my men to see that, so I always wear a red shirt to disguise my blood." And so the first mate says, "Well, sir, am I supposed to go get you your red shirt now?" He says, "No, I'm going to need my brown pants." Always a good way to start off a speech. But we're gathered here today to celebrate veterans currently serving and the ones that have already served. It goes best said by J.F. Kennedy whenever he was addressing the Veterans Day in Arlington, Virginia in 1961. He says, "We celebrate Veterans Day for a very few minutes, a few seconds of silence, and then this country's life goes on." But I think it is most appropriate that we recall on this occasion, and on every moment, we are faced with the great responsibilities, the contribution, and the sacrifice which so many men and their families have made in order to permit this country to now occupy its present position of responsibility and freedom, and in order to permit us to gather here together. I think that his words stand true today, though we're still currently in war and there are many veterans coming back home. We must remember that it is a small fraction of our population that actually serves in the military. From 1976 or 1776 to now, only about 48 million Americans have put on the uniform to serve their country. And I am proud to wear the uniform today, and I am also proud to be here among the veterans that came before me, and also the future, those of us in the room that are in the JROTC program and that plan on a military career. The military is a challenging and rewarding career, and because I'm an Army recruiter, I hate to say this, but the Navy really had it right when they said it's not just a job, it's an adventure. The Army is not just a career, but is a gateway to achieving your dreams. My goal when I started out in the Army was to serve my country and along the way try to get my master's degree, which I inevitably finished here in West Virginia. I never thought I'd actually be here in West Virginia. I never thought I'd be a recruiting company commander, but it is a very rewarding experience getting to meet the young men and women who are going to replace me down the road. But I want to remind people that if you are interested in the military, it doesn't matter the branch, because your journey is just going to start, and it's only going to get you to where you want to go. Just the other day, we enlisted a young lady, and she is in the MOS of actually just a cameraman, so she's going to be a cameraman in the Army. And that's just a reminder to everybody that it doesn't matter what you want to do after the Army can get you there. And in the military, I just have to say Army because I'm a recruiter, sorry about that, all you Marines and Navy in the room. But I will have to say that throughout my career, I've had the distinct honor of leading some of the finest soldiers that I've come to know. And the Army and the military in general is an organization that, the only one that I know of, that'll take a fresh-faced 20-year-old lieutenant and give them 95 soldiers and $30 million worth of equipment and say, go at it. There's this extreme amount of responsibility, and because of that responsibility, it teaches leadership. And leadership, regardless of your career field, is paradigm to success. And now, looking back, I can remember the very first experience I had in the Army, coming out of Officer Basic Course, which is where they teach you how to become your field's specialist. And I'm going to Afghanistan in a couple months, and it was my job to brief General Honore about what we needed to go into Afghanistan with. And I remember coming out there, and my chief warrant officer says, "Sir, you have to go brief General Honore at 1300 today on what kind of equipment we need, including pneumatic tools." And I look to my chief warrant officer and I say, "Chief, what's a pneumatic tool?" And basically it's an air-operated tool. And I had not known that because I didn't grow up around this stuff. But really all it meant was it's your turn in the spotlight. And you are the one that's going to lead these people into combat and lead them out. So my advice to anybody is don't sweat the small things. Kind of keep everything in perspective and always keep learning. That's the main important thing that I've kept throughout my career, is always keep learning, and don't try to pretend like you know it all, because you never do. And I would say to the young men and women in here that you're on the right path. Continuing with your JROTC, if you choose to go in the military or not. This is the right path, and high school is the first step to achieving your dreams, be it in the military or not. Keep your goals, and make sure that you get with the people who know how to get you to those goals. And if you ever need anything, your faculty and staff are here to help you, and they're here to guide you through your life and get you started. And on that note, I'd like to again thank Colonel Plumley for inviting me here today. Hopefully, at least you enjoy the joke, and that's all I have. I'll turn it back over to Cadet Vernick here.
Thank you very much, Captain Ryan Bolin. I would now like to give the floor to Mulaney Hall, the CEO of Hospice of Huntington, who is helping sponsor this event as well.
A little shorter, so I'll have to pull it down. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come and be a part of this day. We are at Hospice of Huntington very grateful to have the opportunity to come and honor our veterans, both the folks that have served in the past and those that are currently serving. We think it's a wonderful opportunity to have a program such as today, Take a Vet to School, because it is important to continue to pass on to future generations the values that our servicemen and women embody. And at Hospice, we share those values of honor and integrity and compassion and strength and service and dedication and determination, and all of those are very, very important values. And the earlier we learn them and the earlier we put them into practice in our lives, the stronger our country will be and the stronger we will be as individuals. And so we at Hospice just are grateful for the opportunity to be part of this. We honor our veterans at Hospice of Huntington in another way. We are very, very excited to be a part of helping families who have been involved in service to our country. Hospice of Huntington is an agency that is willing to help anybody, but we do have certain programs that are special to veterans and their families because we know you have special health needs and concerns that have been something that only folks who have served in the military might experience. And so Hospice of Huntington is honored to be a part of a relationship with the veterans and their families to help serve in any capacity. So Hospice of Huntington is there for a time of need for anyone, but especially for our veterans, because we so much appreciate what you represent and what you give to this country, and we just want to say thank you.
Thank you very much, Melanie Hall. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to our senior Army instructor here, Lieutenant Colonel Plumley.
One of the things that happened last year, when I was talking with Armstrong after we done this, they asked, what can we do to help this make this a better event? And one of the things I said, well, give me some cash to give out to the kids to write essays. She said, okay. I said, oh, that easy, huh? And she wrote me a check for $450. And for what I did this year was I opened it up to the whole school. Anybody wanted to write an essay, and I gave 4 topics about Veterans Day, different areas. And then I had the English teachers, because I did not want to grade it. That was going to be ugly. And basically, we came up with winners. So at this time, we had a tie for 3rd place. So if Amy and Jamie, would y'all please step up? This is not pesos. This is real stuff.
Turn them around so we can get pictures. Get in there, Colonel. Hey, Martin, where you at? Get on the military board. Thank you.
All right. second place winner, Robbie Stickler, Millard Stickler. And my first place winner, and who's going to read his essay, Tyler Vernick, $200. And this is when you get to read your essay. Actually, let's go ahead and get photos first, Brian, if you can get up here.
We take a light just for a second for Wayne. Thanks.
And your essay is?
When a person asks me, why do I celebrate Veterans Day, I always feel as if this question is too complicated to give a straightforward answer. There are so many reasons why I celebrate Veterans Day, but which reason is most important? So to answer their question, I start by asking a different question. What would you say to a soldier from the Revolutionary War? They were our first veterans and were fighting before this place was even called America. They were going against one of the strongest forces at that time in a war that the rest of the world thought they would lose. They could not have seen the future and would have known how great of a nation we would turn into. The only thing they knew was what they were fighting for: freedom. But freedom is not free, it comes at a price. They all had to sacrifice something, whether it be time spent away from their loved ones, a physical injury, and then there are those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. In their brave and valiant actions, they bought their freedom, my freedom, and your freedom. Their actions have spread across the centuries and have continued to impact my life. Because of their actions, I live in a country where I am free to receive a great education. Because of their actions, I live in a country where I am free to pursue any future I desire. Because of their actions, I live in a country where I can walk anywhere across this great nation without ever having to be afraid. Because of their actions, I live in a country where I am truly free. So, what would I say to a soldier from the Revolutionary War? I would say the same thing I would to any veteran. Thank you for giving me freedom, because even though the Revolutionary War was the first war we ever fought in, and certainly was not the last, freedom is so delicate and fragile it can be taken away at any moment in time. Just like the veterans who gave us freedom, there are veterans who have preserved our freedom. Even though there are so many reasons to celebrate Veterans Day, the reason why I celebrate is to honor the sacrifices made by veterans and remember how I came to live in a country where I am truly free.
At this time, the band will be playing the service songs. The young ladies will hold up the banner for the service. At that time, please stand to be recognized for the service that you were in. At this time, Cadet Timmy Atkins will be playing taps. Before we release to go to the commons area, I'd like to bring a guest speaker up here. We always like to give them something for their time. Pretty big man, so I don't know if this will fit him or not. He'll stretch, okay. But thank you for your time and for your insight.
Thanks, sir.
Please remember that we have Armstrong and the History Channel provided T-shirts. They will be on the far side of the commons area back there where you can pick one of those up. Cadets, remember to check with the S1 to get your veteran signed in so you don't have to write my essay next week. And at this time, please join us in the commons area for some snacks provided by Hospice of Huntington. And thank you for coming.